Daniel Theobald here. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. We're getting close to the end. We've had some amazing conversations. Today I'm speaking with Ranjana Soni, who reached out and said, "Boy, it's so great that you're doing this. I have some thoughts I'd like to share." Ranjana, welcome.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm really glad that I came to know that, okay, this mental health awareness month is going on and you are contributing to make people aware about this. And I felt that, okay, I come from a small town from India. I've been struggling with all the things by myself. And I thought, okay, maybe if I can share a little bit of my
Yeah,
experience and if anyone can resonate and find some inspiration, and then one person can take a lead in his or her life. And I think I'll be really
well, that's a
grateful.
great, yeah, that's really great. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback, but I felt the same way. If something we say in this entire month of interviews helps one person, that's going to be worth it for me. Yeah, really appreciate that. And I guess my other quick thought is that we've made a lot of progress with respect to mental health here in the US. We've got a long way to go still, but I've had so many comments from people from other countries that's like, we just don't talk about this, and it's not okay to talk about it, and it's a real problem if you talk about it. We need to make it safe to talk about this topic. So I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
So, what's your experience been?
I think for me also, as you said, the awareness, mental health, we don't acknowledge. So we always see, okay, this is the outcome. I'm feeling feverish. I'm very tired. I'm not able to do my routine things. Everyone around you say, go to doctor and see what they ask. You need to see a doctor. But no one is really interested into knowing what's going on in your mind.
Right.
And I personally experienced this thing when I was in depression due to grief of my father. I lost my father on a sudden heart attack, and it was a very sudden incident that, like, within 2 3 hours I lost my father, and all my family member, we all were in a great shock.
I'm
And
sorry you had to go through that.
yeah. And when such things happens, there is a demand of any kind of pain we feel. It is a grief, it is a breakup. I think I was the eldest person in my family and I didn't get time to grieve for the pain which I was suffering. And that led to me that things led to me go into depression, and I become a head of family. I was taking care of all the things in my home and
Wow.
everything. And but slowly I was inside getting that I'm not good, I'm not happy. And I remember that for pretty 1 year I have not taken even a selfie, and if I see even one selfie, that is a very sad face of me. Otherwise I'm a very happy person by nature,
Mhm.
but that 1 year was like I didn't smile. Slowly
Mhm.
and gradually, like, I was in that position. I don't want to talk to anyone, and I just want to not get up for work. So my mental situation was very bad. And
That sounds like a hard situation. And
yeah,
I think
so
for a lot of people, they just don't have the tools. They don't understand. They don't have the people to talk to deal with that kind of thing.
yeah, in that situation, even you, if I'm not aware, I was not able to understand what's happening with me. Your mind gets strong, but sometimes I feel that the mind and body, the heart sink. When they are not sync, you are not able to figure it out what's happening. And I
Yeah.
remember one day my mom took to me to a doctor, that something is wrong, something is wrong. And to my surprise, doctor ran some diagnostic, some test, and he told me that you are vitamin D deficient. Okay, that was the outcome. I agree that. And he prescribed me some pills. And another thing, okay, he said, what else you are feeling? And I was like, I'm not able to sleep because due to depression that I was suffering with insomnia also. So a lot of overthinking was going on because I was in that feeling that now I am all alone. I am taking all my decision by myself, my family decision by myself. So there is no one elder by my side, yeah, except my mother. But still, like, when you are in business, there are a lot of ups and downs you want to share. But when some things you cannot share to your family, you go through by your own on your own.
Yeah. And so this idea that something's not right and therefore there must be something physically wrong, I think is a very common reaction.
Yes.
Go to the doctor. And we've heard actually in a previous interview about vitamin D deficiency. So I think it is a real thing. But obviously, to you, I'm sure taking vitamin D pills is not going to make your depression go away.
Yeah, yeah. And when I told doctor that I am not able to have a sleep, then he prescribed me some sleeping pills, I remember. But to my surprise, he never asked me about anything and he didn't try to interview me. What is this, why this has been the outcome of,
What is the underlying
what is
cause?
the underlying cause. He never asked me. And he prescribed me medicine. I came home and then I searched Google. So this is something I have a habit that whenever someone prescribe you medicine, I just go and see what is it for.
Mhm.
So then I came to know that, oh, these are sleeping pills. And I was like, because somehow deep down I knew that the outcome, the things I'm facing is due to some reason, because that grief, because that was going on daily on my mind. And I was like, no, I will not take these pills. So
Yeah.
I bought that medicine because doctor prescribed, but I haven't take took that single pill, because this is
Yeah.
the underlying thing that I was like, I want to heal myself, but I don't want to be dependent on pills,
Yeah.
because if I started this thing, I'll be dependent. I don't know for how long.
Yeah.
So I'll be in a vicious circle of taking medicine. And
That
then,
that that certainly how happens to a lot of people. I know. I had a period of insomnia, and there was a time when I needed to take some kind of sleeping pill to help me just break the cycle. But
hmm,
like you, I was very uncomfortable with the idea of taking pills.
yeah,
And the moment I could get away without using them anymore, I did. But that was largely because I understood what you're saying. I don't want to live a life where I'm dependent on drugs in order to survive.
yeah,
So, what did you do? How did you manage to break this cycle without taking pills?
yeah. So I then I came to know about a retreat program that is in India. So my situation was like, I just want to get out of my home, out of my work. I just need a break. So this was the my gut feeling, or you can say that my sixth, my universe calling, whatever. When
Right.
I feel that when you go down and there is one moment comes, then that picks you up. So you just
Hmm.
have to listen and listen to that thing. And I was like, I want to go out of my home. And this was the first time when I was about to travel solo. I was traveling solo for work, but this was something like I want to do. I came to know about a institution in India. I booked my stay there for 15 days without asking anyone, without getting
Hmm.
permission of anyone. I got an admission there and I went there for 15 days. And those 15 days, what was my realization? They didn't give any medicine. So that is a very naturopathy institute. But what was the reason I was able to get out of my grief or my depression? The first thing was that was a huge place surrounded by nature. Morning 4 o'clock, I'm waking up and going for a walk. And that there are bunch of people.
Right.
Then you start talking, you start sharing.
You
And
realize you're not alone.
yeah, you are not alone. Because when sharing to the random people you don't know, because in our circle, in our friends or family or relatives, we always have that fear that, okay, fear of being judged,
Hmm.
fear of being vulnerable.
Past, even for many people. It's a
Yeah,
real concern.
yeah. So when I step out of my home and I showed up to a place which is surrounded by nature and which is full of random people, and there are a lot of other activities like yoga, meditation, and
Hmm.
you slow down and you start talking to yourself. You are just
Hmm.
not doing anything, you are just standing, you're sitting in the garden. Then nature does the magic by itself. Water does the magic. I figured out, okay,
Hmm.
water is itself a therapeutic element in the earth. This green grass is the five elements which we, the earth, fire, water. So all this is as a natural things to give to you. As a human, we just need to have a pose and we don't need to ask anything. Then nature gives you back naturally.
Yeah, I liked you saying talking to yourself, and then also obviously listen to yourself and you listen to nature, and that makes a huge difference. I think slowing down and being quiet enough.
Yes, yes,
I feel like a lot of times, and certainly friends I've had and people who have struggled with this, I feel like a lot of times there is a almost a mania that sets in, like you're trying, you want to do something to fix it.
yes, yes.
And sometimes that makes it worse. Instead of taking a deep breath,
Just
going to a
surrender.
retreat, slowing down, surrendering, realizing that it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay, and
Yeah,
giving yourself to live that pain. So this is what I have learned. So live the pain. Don't run after
yeah,
from that pain.
yeah,
Give that time. The I call it acknowledge the pain.
yeah.
Every pain has some demand. So
On
if
purpose.
some purpose, just to find out what is the need of that pain. If the
Yeah.
pain requires you to cry, cry.
And it's okay. And I really love this because, as a matter of fact, I was just thinking about potentially doing a post on this, but life is pain. There's pain in life. Pain is an
Yes,
important part of life. And when we fear pain, when we spend our energy trying to avoid pain, we lose our power in a sense because we give pain the power.
yes,
If I don't like exercising because exercising is uncomfortable, right? I can either choose that pain myself and I'm in control, or eventually that pain will choose me, right? Because I'll get sick, I won't be healthy. And that's not to say that we have control of everything, but my experience is the people who are happy are the people who don't run away from pain.
yes.
You have to understand that it's part of life. You embrace it, you feel it deeply, it's uncomfortable, and then you're able to move past it and enjoy the wonderful feelings, the joy,
Yes.
the pleasures that life has to offer as well. So I really love that you said that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're out of time. I'd love to continue the conversation, and hopefully people will share their thoughts in the comments below. But thank you so much for being willing to share.
Yeah. Thank you,
Um,
Daniel. Thank you.
yeah, and I think it's just a great example of we've got to be willing to talk about this. We've got to be vulnerable. We all have these challenges and feelings. Let's support each other.
Yes. And life is like a celebration. So if you're happy, celebrate. And if you're sad, listen to the sadness and celebrate that sadness.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.